to Hustle and Vibes. I'm your girl, Pink Vibes, and today I'm here with the owner of the American Girlz, Miss Tela. Hi, Boo Pounded.
Hi.
How are you?
I am doing great. How are you?
I am good. I'm so happy to be here with you.
I'm glad you're here.
Yes.
Thank you.
We have to talk about all things dance.
Yes.
Okay? Because you be getting with the 1-2. Now, American Girlz is this wonderful burlesque experience that you put together. You have to tell the people a little bit about that.
So, I started American Girlz in 2009. It started out as a hobby dance group, which is me and a few close friends, and it sort of expanded because of the need for dancers. We started working with a lot of local artists around Detroit, and it just kind of picked up and blew up from there. I eventually developed the passion of creating my own shows.
Yes.
And I started that in 2012, and that is the burlesque experience.
Yes.
And that sort of took off from me just wanting to bring something different to the city.
It was so different, Mama. Yeah. Now, when did you fall in love with the art of burlesque?
Probably 2012. When I watched the movie Burlesque with Christina Aguilera.
Yes.
I've always been obsessed with the 20s.
Okay, yeah, come on. So Renaissance.
I used to always say when I was a child, like, if I was an adult in the 20s, I would be famous already.
Come on.
And now here we are in the 20s.
Yes.
It's like, okay, this is my time.
Come on.
I'm an adult in the 20s. But I saw that movie back in 2012, and it really inspired me. I'm like, man, we need something like that here in Detroit, because at the time, there wasn't really much for us to do here. It was like, go to a strip club, maybe a comedy show will come in every now and then, but there wasn't a lot of entertainment going on here. So me and a friend of mine, we came up with this idea to produce a burlesque show.
Nice.
And I stuck with it. I kept going, kept creating more shows. And now the plan is to take it on tour.
Come on. Now, if I'm out there and I want to be an American girl, what do I have to have? Or what do I have to, you know what I'm saying, exude to be an American girl?
So when it comes to selecting dancers, so I have two processes.
Okay.
I have dancers that I contract as a part of my company.
Okay.
And these dancers, I actually book work for them.
Nice.
I take care of their comp cards, their photo shoots, everything. And then I have dancers that I contract just for my shows. So they're like independent contractors.
Okay.
I hire them in just specifically for the shows that I produce.
Nice.
And it just depends. Like when it comes to my shows, I hire all types of women, no matter what size you are, what race you are. Like there's no discrimination there. Same thing with picking for the agency part too. Like if you got the talent,
you got it.
Me, I'm gonna find somewhere.
Come on. Yes. Now, if I am a rapper out there or a singer and I need, some backup dancers, how do I get in contact with you?
So via my website, which is just AmericanGirlzProductions.com.
Okay.
And girls is spelled with a Z, not an S.
Yes.
Just go to my website and then you can go to the booking link and you can book a consultation, you can book classes, you can book specific dancers.
Nice.
Whatever it is that you're looking for.
I love that. Now, when did Miss Tela fall in love with dance herself?
Oh, when I was very, very little.
Aww.
When I was like 3 or 4 years old, I had a birthday party. And there was... my parents did a dance contest.
Yes.
And I was the first one to get sat down. I lost.
Oh, no!
I lost the contest, and I was so emotional about it. In my mind, I'm looking at the other kids dance, and I'm like, just wait.
Period. I'm coming for it.
I'm coming for all of y'all. And my mom was a dancer, my aunt was a dancer, my sister was a dancer.
Wow.
All of them stopped dancing, and I knew, like, I'm never stopping.
Yes. So did you do, like, ballet and jazz and all of that?
I did ballet, I did jazz, I did tap, I did African. I didn't break into hip-hop until after high school. My dad kind of kept me in modern dance more than anything. But then after high school, I broke into hip-hop dancing, like hanging with my friends.
Yeah.
A little bit cooler. But I just have a love for the art altogether.
Right,
like
just dance, period.
Yes.
Now, if I'm a parent out there and I see that my daughter or my son has this talent of dance, what are some good advice and some good tips for that parent?
I say if you see it, you want to nourish that right away.
Yeah.
You want to get them in classes, try to find something affordable. I offer all types of scholarship programs for parents who can't afford it. I think it's so important for these kids to have extracurricular activities. I think that it helps keep them off the streets. It keeps them out of trouble. It focuses their energy on something productive. So it's very important. As a parent, just put them in classes, find some sort of way, a community center. I taught at a community center, the inner city sub-center on the east side of Detroit. That was the first place that hired me to teach, actually hired me. And I was probably about 19 years old when I was getting paid to teach. Before that, I wasn't getting paid to teach. But they hired me there, and that helped me learn the children a lot more.
Definitely. Now, to someone who can dance, you know what I'm saying? They got the moves, but they don't know the steps to take to become an actual choreographer. What are some advice for them?
You definitely want to train.
Okay.
You want to train. If being a choreographer is your goal, and if you're just a dancer, like a backup dancer, and you want to become a choreographer, that's how I started, just a backup dancer.
Okay.
And I would watch these other dancers come up with these dances, and I was like, dang, I want to do that. I think I can do that. I say you train, you keep taking classes, and then you just create. Take your time when you're by yourself at home, find a small space and just create, just work on stuff. I do a lot of times, I got a studio set up in my basement. I'll set my camera up and I'll just dance. I'll just let the music flow and just dance and record myself.
I love that. I love that. So when you guys are on stage and doing these routines, you guys are so confident, you guys are just so sensual and so sexy. How do you guys not have stage fright and not be shy?
Oh, it is, how can I explain it? It's I feel like for every dancer, no matter how long you've been doing it, that moment right before you go on stage, it's always that butterfly in your stomach, about to do this again. But for me, I know as soon as I get on that stage, I zone out. My entire agenda is to entertain that audience no matter what.
Period. Now, where do you see the American Girlz experience in the next 5 years?
Oh, definitely international.
Yes, so international. So international. If you could do your perfect tour, where would all the places be that you would take the American Girlz?
Oh.
I give you 4 places that you could tour. Where would you take them?
Africa.
Yes. Namaste.
As many places in Africa as possible.
Yes.
That would be my first.
Hello, because Africa is so big and so grand, right?
Yes, and just to pay homage.
Come on.
Period.
I was watching this thing, Mama. It blew my mind, right? And it was the origination of rhythm. And they were saying how we just have this rhythm because of the drums from Africa, right? But we don't know, wow, a beat can come on and we can just, start breaking it down, but it's literally in our DNA makeup. And I'm it makes sense because when you hear the drums or you hear that 808, it's literally a vibration. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That goes through you. So to pay homage, and even now with, I look at Afro soul and Afrobeat music, it's so the thing now, but it's been the thing. We're just catching up. You feel me?
I feel like we have, this is where I get a little political.
No, that's okay, boo. That's
but
okay.
I have come to realize, growing up, I listened to a lot of pop music, a whole lot of pop music. And then as I got older, I started really breaking into our culture of music and just studying and learning more. And I think that society has a way of making our culture or our people feel like our natural roots, our natural way of doing things is something wrong or something evil or something bad. So we kind of pull away from it. We stick to a more traditional, Americanized way of doing things. But I feel like if we really dig deep to our roots that trace back to Africa, we're gonna find that.
Come on, definitely. It's
so
a
much
mixture,
there.
Right? It's a mixture. And when you think about, from Africa, when you think of Native Americans, just their traditions, how similar it is. You feel me? Where it's like a spiritual thing and dance is that go-to. Whether it's a happy occasion, whether it's a sad occasion, it's dance and it's music, you know? So people who just like flawlessly, effortlessly can dance is such a gift like that you guys have. You feel me? Because I can 1-2-step, but I, you know what I'm saying? I can't break it down to the break it down. You feel me?
For sure.
Yeah, so to a girl out there who may not be the cookie cutter shape of what a dancer might look like, what's some advice for her?
Dance.
Hello?
Just dance. There is a European standard of beauty that I am determined to, and I know it's not just me, there's so many women and men out here who are trying to break down that barrier.
Yeah.
I say don't let it hold you back. I can, speaking from my own personal experience, I gained a lot of weight. I got really, really depressed. I had stopped dancing for a while, and I gained a lot of weight, and I was like terrified to be on camera. I did not, because you know the camera adds 10 pounds. Fast. And it was like, oh my goodness. If I would see myself on camera, it was like, my career is, what did I do? It would just freak me out. But with artists like Lizzo and other actresses like Monique who still take a stand and they're out there at the sizes they are, that's definitely an inspiration. And I feel like we need more of that because not everybody is a size 2.
Yes.
And not everybody wants to be a size 2.
Come on, facts. We need to definitely embrace our curves and embrace the things that come to us naturally. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And stretch marks are natural. A little wiggle and a little jiggle is natural. You feel me? A little belly is natural. And we have to uncondition ourselves because we're so conditioned to see pictures and images of perfection that ain't really perfection. You know what I'm saying? So we have to get back to realistic views of beauty. You know what I mean? So to a young man out there who wants to take ballet and wants to take jazz, and his friends like, you can't do that. What is some advice for him if he knows that's his passion?
Do it. Please do it. Especially for young black boys.
Yeah.
I feel like they get it the worst. You know, if you have a heterosexual black male who is genuinely interested in ballet or jazz, they're teased, they're picked on, they're bullied, and I think that needs to stop because we need more black male representation in the arts like that, period, not just the street dancing. The street dancing is beautiful. We're creative, very creative, but when it comes to that next level, like ballet and these jazz companies, we need more black male representation, for sure. So I'd say if I have a son and he wants to dance, I'm definitely letting him dance.
As you should. As you should, man. Now, I am really like the type of person who I believe everybody has their gift, right? Like your gift is dance, my gift is my words and my music. You feel me? Dave's is his photography and all of that. And when you have that special gift, it's so important that you utilize that gift. You see what I'm saying? So with you being this amazing dancer, you could have been like, all right, I'm gonna dance, I'm gonna be a backup dancer, but you have created this whole experience of beautiful women of all shapes and sizes who have gone on to do amazing things. So salute to you for that, mama.
Thank you.
For sure. Now you have to tell the people about because you've had some dope American girls. They've gone on to do some amazing things.
Absolutely.
Yes. So you got to tell the people a little bit about that.
So one of my former dancers, her name is Dominique. She actually went on to dance. She's danced for Beyonce. She's danced for Lizzo.
Nice.
Very, very proud of you, always. She has, there's a few other artists that she's worked with, but she's still currently working, living out in California. I'm very proud of her. I love to see her working. I love to, Meg Thee Stallion, Cardi B. She's done quite a bit.
Yes, Detroit.
Yes. So it always makes me really proud when I see that, dang, I remember us being in rehearsals and even the emotional points where she would have her breakdowns and be ready to give up, just us being there as a family, as a support system, looking out for each other. Yes. I think that is so important. And that is one of the reasons that I started my company.
Okay.
I've always felt like there is an agenda in entertainment for women to compete against each other and try to destroy one another.
Yeah.
So with my company, for me, it's about us. We're more than just dancing together. We're a family.
Yeah.
We pray together. We go through all types of problems together.
That.
Like last year was crazy for us.
Come on, I believe it, Mama. I believe
we
it.
went through so much stuff together, and it was like, okay, let's hold hands and let's pray. Let's try to get through this. Let's talk about it. And I mean, it helped. Some of it helped. Some stuff is, it takes a little bit longer.
For sure.
But still being there for each other.
Yeah.
I have another dancer named Tara. She's gone on. She's worked with Iggy Azalea.
Nice.
She dances for the LA Clippers.
Okay.
Tara, I'm very proud of you as well.
Come on.
Amber, she's not dancing, but she did go dance with a semi-pro football team for a while.
Okay.
A Detroit team actually, but she now owns her own hair salon. And she's doing very good, very successful, very proud of you.
Wow.
So most of the girls that come through and pass through the company, they all end up becoming very successful.
Come on.
Like there's no dancer that I've had who has not become successful.
Wow, I love that. And I feel like you were saying, how when you guys are going through something, y'all will come together and pray. You feel me? I believe that whatever you're doing in this world, you have to have some type of spirituality, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't judge people, because I don't care if you get to God through Jesus, through Buddha, through Muhammad, through however, as long as you believe in a higher power. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
No judgment here, my guy. Do you? You feel me? But you have to have some type of spirituality to know that this bad time isn't going to last forever. You
Absolutely.
feel me? And I'm working on my dreams, and everything isn't going to go your way, but you can't have a testimony without a test.
Mm-hmm.
So I love that. Yeah, the American Girlz is this burlesque experience, but it still has that spiritual foundation for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? And all the girls are doing amazing things right now. So salute to you, Queen.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll share a little bit. So my last show that I did in 2019, the Burlesque Experience 3, and that one was Welcome to the Freak Show.
Nice.
That is the one that I turned into a play. Like I just got inspired like out of this world, and I created this entire storyline, and it touched on police brutality, drug abuse and alcohol abuse, domestic violence, and just women sticking together. By the end of the show, we had to like rescue one of our dancers who was being pimped out by
But real life situations.
Real life situations, because we've actually been in situations, and I won't say anybody's name, but we've actually been in situations where one of the dancers was being abused by a guy that she dealt with, where a dancer was being mistreated while working in a bar, and it was like, okay, do we got to come through and handle some stuff?
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Okay. Like it's really like a family. We protect each other, and we have our moments. We get mad at each other. We argue. We fight. We don't want to talk to each other for a little while, but then we get past it.
Yeah, as you should, man. As you should. And I feel like it's so important that you have positive-minded people around you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because energy can be transferred so easily that if you're constantly around a negative Nancy and she finds a problem for every solution, it's gonna start wearing off on you. Now you're questioning yourself: can I really make it? Is this really gonna happen for me? Am I worthy? Is God really gonna choose little old me to be dancing for whoever? You know what I'm saying? So if you don't have people around you with that same faith, it's almost impossible to grow as a unit. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I agree. And I went through, so 2020 was like, I had this, in my mind, I'm like, this is about to be the best year of my life.
Yeah.
And it actually ended up being the best year of my life, but not the way that I expected it.
Wow.
When I tell you I prayed, I'm not religious.
Okay.
I grew up Christian, but I'm not religious.
You're spiritual.
I'm very, very, very spiritual.
Me too.
I am very spiritual. Like I am big into keeping a connection with my ancestors, paying homage all the time. And I make sure I do that in my shows. Representation of things that I've seen my parents go through, my grandparents go through, just as much as I can, just paying respect to them for how they raised me up.
The way.
Absolutely.
I love that.
But I went through this very, very, very mind-shaking experience where I started feeling like I just felt like I was being attacked. Like,
really?
The more I got into my spiritual side of things, it was like, oh, you're not supposed to be doing that. You're a Christian. Like, you don't buy crystals. You don't burn sage. And I'm like, what is happening? Like,
come on.
Stop. It got really, really scary. I freaked out. I had like a little breakdown. I'm reaching out to friends. My friends are like, you need help.
Yeah. But you know what's so crazy, Mama? Anytime you are taking like a different path from majority of your friends or your family, you're always looked at as like the weird one, like, girl, what you doing? But it's like, you're brainwashed, my guy, so don't look at me differently because, you know, my mind is opening. You know, I feel like we look at everything as everything is impossible and only some things are possible, when it should really be everything is possible and nothing's impossible. You see what I'm saying? And with that spiritual link, even like with you saying crystals, like crystals or sage, these are things that were practiced in Africa for generations. You know what I'm saying? But we weren't taught that, so now it's like, girl, what is that? You know what I'm saying? It's been looked at as something bad or something dark, and it's like, no, bro, no.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
And I promise I have this argument and debate with my father all the time.
Really?
My family is very, very, very heavy into church and Christianity. And I'm like, can you please just break your mind free of that mental enslavement? Like, just, and it's not even, I would never try to convert somebody into something else.
Right, of course not.
But I think that if we all took the time to just open our minds a little bit, we can understand each other better. There wouldn't be as much war.
Yeah.
Most of the wars that we have been about religion, power, oil, resources. So I feel like if we really take the time to take a step back and really listen to a person, see where they're coming from.
And why they feel the way they feel, you know? And people have to really know the difference between religion and spirituality, right? Because religion is telling you, okay, these are these rules that you have to do, and in my religion, these are these rules I have to do, whereas spirituality is like, we're going to cut the middleman, and it's just you and the Most High. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
And you don't have to, you know what I'm saying, judge your neighbor because he's a religion other than you. As long as he believes in a higher power, love him like how you would love somebody who is of your same faith, you know? But when you start getting into, oh, he's Hindu, he's Buddhist, he's just like, we're all people and we're all made from the Most High.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. And it's so, I literally, see, when you ask, you get it.
Yes.
I literally, I pray and I ask, I'm like, please just bring me people who think like I think, because when I'm surrounded by people who, not saying that I need to be in an environment where it's just only people that think like me. I'm open to, I can walk in a room full of Muslims and I'm still going to be myself and speak how I speak with no fear. But just being able to be around people who have an open mind and can have a conversation respectfully without being offended, without feeling attacked, like that matters.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. For sure, Mama. And I feel like if, you know, I'm your friend, right? And I say that I love you. I can't say that I love you, but I'm looking down on your faith or your religion, then I don't love you. You feel me? If there's judgment involved, I can't do it. And I, like, as I got older, I started like evaluating my friends, right? Like the friends that talk about other people and the friends that talk about spirituality. You feel me? And I was like, you know what? Every time I'm around you, you always talking about Peter, Paul, Susie. Like, I don't want to hear about that. You feel me? Because I know if you're talking about them, you're talking about me. So now I'm just about to, it ain't no beef. I love you, I wish you well, but I can't be around you. I'm about to be with the people who are talking about, you know what I'm saying, crystals. And they're talking about spirituality and they're talking about this higher power because that's what I'm on. You see what I'm saying? So you have to surround yourself with like-minded people because they will really, in a way, stunt your growth.
Absolutely. And last year, I just started feeling these really intense changes happening with myself. And I prayed and I asked, I said, anybody that's not supposed to be a part of my journey, please remove them. And people that I thought would be with me for the rest of my life was just dropping like flies. And it was still like there's no love lost, but I started realizing how much more peaceful my energy was. My skin got healthier. I'm smiling a lot more. Like, yes. And I had one friend who, and I won't say any names again.
Of course not.
I'm just a very honest, open book type of person. But I had one friend that was so emotionally draining. My last relationship, he would literally get upset when I hung out with her.
Really?
Because I come home, like he literally would be like, you left this house with a big smile on your face and happy, and now you coming home, you got an attitude, you're snapping on everybody.
For no reason.
And I didn't realize it because the type of friend I am, I'm like, okay, if my friend is going through something, I need to be there for it. Or be there for him, like any friend that I have. Like if I can be there for him, I'm gonna be there for him. But then I learned to take a step back and really protect my peace because it was draining. I'm an empath. So I can tell. Yes. I can tell. For sure. I could feel that. And I didn't blame my friends because I don't think they knew that I could feel things the way that I did. Like
it's intensified.
It's so intensified to the point where my body was hurting me, and I'm like, yeah, I gotta take a break from you because my back is aching, my shoulders hurting, like it's too much. Like, still all love there.
All love, right? But you have to, like I say, you have to protect your energy because we are, like this body is just a shell, right? Mm-hmm. My soul is this orb that's inside of me, and this orb is filled with light, is filled with vibrations, is filled with frequency. So even though we cannot see these things, they count. You know what I mean? And an experience with me, I had a friend that I knew for like a long time, you feel me? And it was always something with somebody else. And I had to sit back like, dang, like, I've never heard you say that. I might have messed up, or maybe I was tripping, you feel me? And I'm like, everybody can't be wrong. You see what I'm saying? But I slowly but surely, like I would still be there and I would still give advice, but I'm like, yo, if you can't see how blessed you are, if you can't see how petty this is, like I can't force you to see that.
Absolutely.
You feel me? The time we take about talking about everybody else, like I could be writing a business plan, I could write my music, I could be in the studio, but I'm so, empathetic to what you're going through. My sonars are going crazy, and I'm like, I gotta fix it for her because I'm feeling it.
I don't know what it is with us empaths where we feel like we have to fix everybody around us. Like we make it like a project, and I've learned my lesson from that. I'm still going to be my pure, genuine self. If I can help a person, I'm going to help. But learning to protect myself, like going through what I went through, it was like, okay, now I know what to avoid.
Come on.
Like avoiding those friends who, like you said, they sit and they talk about people. Like I don't want to sit with you for hours and gossip about what somebody else is doing. Let's work on something.
Come on.
Let's make up some choreography. Let's write a song. Let's write a script. Like, let's do something productive. Like, I don't want to talk about other people.
What's so crazy, Mama? I find that people who always talk about other people, the person you're talking about, you're jealous of. You feel me? Because I'm not wasting on energy on nobody I don't care about, or I'm not like I don't care what you doing, where you at, because I'm so emotionally and spiritually solid on my journey. I don't care about what you're doing. You feel me? But when you're not happy with yourself, when you feel intimidated, that's when it's like, oh girl, did you see Betty? Did you see Sue? Like, why you care what Betty doing? You feel me? Why are you not channeling into your higher self? Why are you not saying, how can I make my life better, my kid life better? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like our focus needs to change on from like trying to put others down into like giving props. You feel me? Like if that person is doing their thing, be like, you know what, I may not like how you move, but good shit. You feel me? And once we change that mentality, that hater mentality, everything will be so much better because the frequencies are rising, good energy, good vibes.
Yes.
You feel me?
Yes.
Now I believe that with everything we do, there is a bigger purpose, right?
For sure.
Now, of course, you have American Girlz, but what is your higher purpose for that?
So, it's a sisterhood. Like I said, it's a family. It's much, 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 much bigger than dance.
Yeah.
Dance is what brings us together. The acting brings us together.
Yeah.
However, being able to show a strong unity and strong bond amongst women, that's something that we pass down to the next generation of young women who are watching us. And they're like, now you have young girls who, so I used to get really upset when I would talk to, when I was like 25, 26, and I would talk to young 16, 17-year-old girls, and they couldn't wait to turn 18 so they can be strippers. And it used to break my heart because I was like, dang, they don't want to be ballerinas no more. Like, what happened? But, and I mean, I know life happens. No judgment to the strippers. No judgment at all, because trust me, I have quite a few friends, and it's no judgment.
It's all love, man.
It's all love. But being an example for the younger generation was always very important for me, because I have a daughter. I got a teenage daughter, so just showing them that you can accomplish your goals, you can accomplish your dreams. It don't matter what color you are, what size you are, no matter how these double standards try to hold you back, like you still keep pushing. And being able to show that through my art and just turning it into art and putting it on stage and putting it on film, like,
come on,
it's the best thing in the world.
And you're definitely doing it though. You're definitely showing that little ballerina out there, or that little jazzerciser out there, that she can turn this love and this dream into reality. You feel me? And also affect not only her life, but many other girls' lives, and really build experiences that can, outlast the test of time.
For sure.
Now, if Miss Tela could produce her own Broadway show, what would it be called?
Oh. I would probably definitely stick with the burlesque experience.
I love that.
Because the story behind it is the story of my company.
Come on.
It is a story of every single girl that's passed through my company, experiences that we've all been through, like combining all of that together and putting it, I wouldn't change it. I would keep it as the burlesque experience. Because people see burlesque or the name burlesque and they think like, oh, they're about to be doing some striptease stuff.
Right.
And then when they come to the show, they're like, whoa.
It's a whole
like, these girls are acting. It's actual choreography. Like, there's costume changes. Like, we put a lot into it.
I know you guys did, Mama. For sure. I appreciate you, man, sharing your time and your energy with me. We pounded. And you got to tell the people your Instagram.
My Instagram is IAM_Tela. That is TELA.
Yeah, so please tap in with Queen Tela. And I'll see you guys on the next episode of Hustle and Vibes. Peace.